I'm just staring at it because it's fabulous. There's no need to do stacking or anything with this. It's all there for you.
71 quid? It looks like fucking Christmas cracker jewelry. What the fuck? Yeah, not the PC, you bastard. Oh no, the C64's not working. Ah, shit. So let's play some decent games on the C64. Or more likely some shit ones. That's what happens when you play C64 games you never had. Okay, joystick is important too. Very important, that one. Now I did find the USB drive for the C64 full size. That's really only for playing unexpanded VIC-20 games. But see, the funny thing is, you don't really want to be playing VIC-20 games. You can tell this is a bloody breakfast show. On a massive fucking LCD or plasma, really. I only ever played VIC-20 games on a small 14-inch colour portable. Never played them on anything larger than that, so yeah, I'm going to have to set something up with one of the Commodore monitors that are not in great condition. I do have a 1702. That's the original Commodore 64 monitor. That's in pretty much mint condition. But I do have another one as well, which looks like it came out of a skip a little bit. Yeah, anyway, but one was a hell of a lot cheaper than the other, and it does work. I don't know if what did I put on the no, actually the new games are still on the SD card for the camera. Yeah, that's Atlantis software. So yeah, let's check out Cavemania. There's two versions here, so hopefully we get something working. Yeah, so not much to say really at the moment. Coffee is warm enough. C64 is working. I just forgot that I unplugged the C64 PSU overnight now. Now I watched a hell of a lot of videos which are like, don't use the C64 power supply, don't use it to blow up your C64 immediately. And I've been using this C64 for a year now. Yeah, give or take a few weeks. And I haven't had any problems with this PSU. Is it potluck? So our title page is quite nice there. No to the high score so far. We'll do no for everything except level skip. Hang on, that's level 1 we want to start. There's only 3 levels. Oh no, eggs to finish. Oh, I don't know what the normal is. We've gone with Atari Kids level. Yeah, there's 9 islands, so we start with island 1. and I'd say that's a big yes. Especially if I could see the wide thing. You know what, the music sounds kind of reminds me of the C64 full-size maxi title music. You know, when you turn it on you get the carousel. Now, I've never played this game. I do own it on something. I know I've got an original cassette of it, but I don't know if it's a C64 version. It looks acceptable, I suppose, on the camera. Always have to check that. Joystick port 2, we're on to a winner, possibly. What the hell? Right, so I can fire shit, they're firing shit. So that's like the volcanoes on Gradius. So that's jump. So did I just pick up an egg? What the hell is that? It's actually hard to tell what the graphics are meant to be showing. Twisting my melon, what the fuck does that mean? So I did say pick up one egg and it did look like an egg. So how did you get over to that side then? Do you have to blow that up? No. Great. So just like Gradius, fuck off, I went over that bit before. And it puts me up there, which I don't want to be. Right. See, I don't like it when they use black backgrounds on something that's meant to be, you know, not a space game. Just leave it at that. So, okay. I'll bloody hell piss off all you. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't think I set unlimited lights, did I? I'm pretty sure I said no if that was even an option. Oh, bloody hell. Ah, man. Yeah. This is a zip stick and it's not in bad condition. And the jump's already impossible. And you fall off very easily. What the fuck is that all about? Oh, I think the wheels are a bone. Oh no! Good thing I needed to do a shit because this game is shit as well.
Any oil, and then pour in your batter.
245 quid for this shit. But it's alright because it's on today's special value for £174.96. Fucking frying pan, mate. A fucking frying pan. Only millennials waste their money on this shit, or people who are fucked in their head due to neurons failing in the old brain, innit? Right, so Roland's Rat Race it is then. Now, Roland's Rat is really something that separates me from the generation that also had a C64 when they were quite young by about, 5 years difference, I'd say, between me and those people. Roland Rat wasn't really a thing for me. I didn't really watch it, have any interest in it. So those people who sort of had a C64 at the age of 8 or 9, you lucky bastards, don't complain, you could have had much worse system. Like my mate, well, actually I don't think we're related. I think he just used to be my best mate when we lived very close to each other. He used to live in Church Lane and I used to live in Rifle Road. I'm not telling you which rifle manufacturer. Bollocks, I could have said something else. That's quite easy to find. Anyway, that was yonks ago. That's the annoying thing, that is, because I can never go back and live in North London where I used to live before. It's become a real shithole now. And that's actually quite sad. I mean, it's not like I live in a posh area, not even remotely posh where I live. But, end of the day, it's better than somewhere where you see people getting fucking chased with massive machetes just as you're coming out the fucking post office or something. My auntie went back to where we used to live. I think she was visiting someone who still lives there, and they fucking demolished half of Edmonton Green, and they've changed it so it doesn't look anything like it used to look before. Luckily Enfield Town does. We have to say trainers no matter what, because no, I don't want to see the end screen. Because sometimes SD to IC stuff doesn't, like it when they save the high score. Although remember, are not really as much cocksuckers. Actually, I think I've only found one remember, C64 crap that doesn't work on the SD to IC. So I could never ever, no matter what happens, even if I won the lottery, I couldn't buy the house that I grew up in and had a C64 and VCS and all that. Because you wouldn't want to live in that area. And it's all changed anyway. But like I was saying, Roland Rat was a thing. Which is why, they got the license for this game. Along with fucking Street Hawk and Knight Rider. Boy, there was a lot of shit fucking Ocean, movie and TV tie-ins before they got it right with Robocop. Not on the ST or Amiga, it's a fucking travesty of coding. But you could do a character scroll on the ST if you're willing to waste 32k out of 512k. Just do it already. And then that would be like at least 25 frames per second. So I probably should have read the instructions. The music is quite unusual. I didn't catch who did the music. So how'd you go down the level? So you can't jump up and you can't jump down. And you can't duck to go in the holes. Oh no, that's actually glue that I've got, it's not energy. So now we're fucked. My energy's up the top. I don't know what you got to do on this game. There doesn't seem to be any way to get off this level. Gonna have to watch a video on this one. Quite an early game, so the graphics are sort of alright, I suppose, for the time. I mean, you have to remember, you have to take things in context. So, you know, when Jeremy Clarkson is reviewing a car from the 80s, even today, assuming his memory's not fucked, you just have to take his comments as correct, really. But I wouldn't watch some fucking millennial on YouTube reviewing that sort of thing because they haven't got any context. I know what my first two cars were like, and they were actually manufactured in 1982 and 1983. I think one of them came out in 1981 and the other one in 1980. I'm not 100% sure on that, but the point is, you know, if you're going to review a 1986 BMW 325i, you have to know what cars were like to drive back then, including the bottom of the barrel, the you know, the so-called you know, super saloons. Yeah, not like the M5, you know, I'm talking 118 miles an hour sort of thing, 0 to 60 in about 8.5 seconds, half the engine size of an M3, sorry, M5, so that's like 1.8 litres. So there is a sort of charm to the graphics of, you know, the cars at the top of the screen in the trucks. Thank fuck for that. Should probably, maybe we read the instructions. If I can remember where the hell I put that. The music is, you know what, I need to know the exact date for the music because the earliest bit of music that was not just, you know, quite good, it was actually like, wow, there's a nice melody going on here. You know, it's like an actual musician made a song using a very cheap analog synthesizer, and there's nothing wrong with it. C64 having a very cheap analog synthesizer because nothing else even had anything remotely as good as a very cheap analog synthesizer that you probably built yourself from like some sort of magazine. You know, bought the components, soldered them on a breadboard, all that kind of shit. All the stuff that was going on in the 70s with, you know, making affordable home computers instead of fucking expensive mini computers that took up the size of a fucking, you know, nest of tables if you're lucky. The IBM AS 400 comes to mind. Yeah, did Aslan have his dinner? I'm just looking there. I forgot to check that when I came back in the room. There's, I think it was something called New Folder, yes, there we go. There we go. Yeah, as I was saying, the first tune is on a game called Confusion by Incentive, I believe that was a publisher. That was a puzzle game actually. You know what, I don't know if I've done Incentive as you know, a softography of that particular publisher. That's really the way I'm going with my collection. Trying to think now if there was any other tunes. The title music on Manic Miner is horrendous. The title music on Sky Fox. When was... Yeah, Sky Fox is like 84 and not Christmas 84. So I reckon spring or summer, I'm not 100% sure. Could be autumn, but I don't think it was winter. Just get a feeling that it was early 84. Anyway, the title screen music sounds like your fucking Sid chips. Fuck! So this is 1985, I think it's quite early 85. I wish they'd let you press the fire button to control all this and joystick. So yeah, Roland Rat is a character on like Breakfast TV, I think it was. But you know, towards the end of the programme, for the little kiddie winks to watch. And I wasn't a kiddie wink in the 80s. That's when I become a man in the early 80s. According to the bar mitzvah rules, but I'm not Jewish. I'm just reading the instructions, I'm not reading them out. So you wake up in the morning after not hearing the alarm clock and your car doesn't start. I think that probably happened to like a load of people back then. Even now, although cars do generally start now. They drive like shit and they look like shit. But they will start, so... you know, so he decides he's going to go through the London sewers. Oof. Before 9 AM. Because I think he used to be on the ITV thing, which I think was called TV AM. Oh, better not press the fire button. Get Roland through the... Roland has his instant stick-o-matic glue gun that fires small blobs of instant glue that will firmly stick any nasty, whatever, I'll work that bit out. Roland can climb around the ladders. Okay, that's a negative point, because the graphics were a bit messy. Yeah, I'll go with messy. So I didn't notice that. The drains are large and complex, and unless Roland can work out the map, he will need to think hard and fast so as not to get lost. One of the tunnels is blocked by a large door. If Roland is ever going to get out again, he will need to find the pieces to the door and the key. Yes, a pretty out there game actually. So again, we're not going to have any trainer options on, but we know it's 1985. Yeah. Everything has to be in context. Roland can't get stuck on glue, so you can stick on your own glue. That sounds a bit weird. Sounds like a game idea a wanker would have come up with. The title page is actually a pretty good representation of Roland Rat. However, putting things in context, for 1985, that loading screen, which I presume is a loading screen, no, actually, it might not have a loading screen at all. You might only see that after it's loaded. It's not as good as the loading screen on Kickstart by Mastertronic, which was a £2 game. So we've got the Mode 7 SNES zoom thing. Can you see any fucking ladders? I can't see any ladders. So wow, we're actually gonna. So oh, actually, she can't jump at all. He just stopped there for some reason. Nah, honestly, I can't work out. Yeah, look, hello TVAM lovers. The only thing that remotely looks like something you can climb on is this bit here. There are no ladders. What fucking ladders? Okay. Gonna have to check this one. I'm gonna have to make sure there's nothing funny going on with this by looking up a YouTube video. Yeah, you remember those stupid stereogram posters, the ones you stare at and you know, you'd suddenly see things, and by suddenly I mean like a fucking, you know, half a minute later. Anyway, oh, that reminds me, I used to do this weird thing. I used to stare at my Space Shuttle Game Watch, wristwatch, you know, one of the early LCD games, like the Nelsonic Pac-Man thing. And if I stared at it long enough, everything around the outside looked like, has kind of a weird effect going on. Give me a break, man. I was only like 9 or 10 when I used to do that. And it was like, you know, something out of a sci-fi film. Anyway, getting back to this, in context, and I have actually gone and checked out some more info on the game. So in context, probably what would have happened was, you know, go to school on the Monday after buying this on a Saturday, which I didn't do, just so we're clear about that. Saying, yeah, what the actually, you wouldn't say what the fuck. I'd say, what the hell's going on with Roland Rat Race? I'm like, he's just walking on the, like the top platform, and he's like, I couldn't see any ladders. I read the instructions. And he's going to be like, yeah, you need to go down the stairs. What bloody stairs? There's some stairs. And then you'd go home and you'd look at it and look at it again. And then the stairs would magically appear in a pixelated mess of a fucking background. However, my visual cortex was only, you know, at the peak of its abilities back then, and now probably it isn't. So that's what people seem to forget. It's not what you see, it's what your visual cortex tells you that you see. Too much beta amyloid clogging up the pathways, methinks. So yeah, and yeah, you know, all these games you have to take in context, and that's the most important thing, really. So yeah, as you can see, I'm going down these stairs, which are ladders apparently. You don't use energy. So there you go, you get onto a new level. So you have to collect all the pieces and go down these ladders apparently. Come on, mate. Now there's no way to jump on this game, so it's really kind of like a arcade adventure, collect them up, really. Now the mazes may be a bit random actually. So I need to go somewhere else actually. Oh bloody hell. So the graphics are fine for the time. Alright, see now you're on the bottom level, which is where you need to be. Apparently there's a steam engine and the walls are lined with blood on some parts of the London sewer, which could be true actually, for all I know. Ah, you annoying little shit, you would be there, wouldn't you? So that kind of controls alright actually. Certainly a lot better than that Dracula game I was messing about with the other day. So yeah. It's a platform game where you can't jump, which is a bit weird. I can't actually go anywhere from here, so just check in, you can't go up there. That'll defeat the object though. So there's multiple pathways obviously from one screen to the other through the sewers. Now see, my memory was not for shit back then. Hey little shit. Ah, fired. Yeah. Takes a while to stun him. So you got three options from here. Now there's a piece there that I can pick up. I'm not really sure why I can't pick up. I was going so well. But yeah, I mean, looking at the game in context, if it was 1984, I'd probably give it like 7.5 out of 10. But I think for 1985, yeah, it's closer to 7 than 8 out of 10, obviously. No, you can't pick that piece up. So I'm not really sure about that, actually. Yeah, no, it's energy I need, not fucking... no, you can't go there, innit? Right, so... I don't like games like this today. Back then, you know... The game was a game, really. So, graphics are... I think they're not bad for the time, but they're not excellent. So they're very slightly above average. The music is okay for the time, I think. You know, there were Hubbard tunes going on in 85, and this is, you know, musically nowhere near as good as them. You tit. Oh God, for fuck's sake, that's what the little hearts are showing me down the problem. Rub-a-dub-dub. I think the title music is it's unusual actually. So again, I'm gonna go with 7 out of 10. See, back then it wasn't like, oh, is it a Rob Hubbard tune? No, I don't want to buy it, you ain't got Rob Hubbard on it now. Which is kind of what you like when you listen to SID files now. probably the first thing you do is download all the Rob Hubbard tunes, and then maybe the David Whittaker ones, and then, you know, maybe Ben Dalglish. But, you know, back then it wasn't like that. So, yeah, I'm sticking with the 7 out of 10 for the Sonics. The sound effects are fine. I mean, the animation's pretty good, but there's not much variety in the enemies. The cars have got a charm, the cars and trucks above you on the road. The sound of the steam engine in the blood-lined sewer sections, that's quite nice, quite atmospheric. I would have thought that was atmospheric back then, because I think it's quite atmospheric now. So I'm going to say this game probably is 7 out of 10 in context, and back then if I'd bought it I would have put a lot more effort into it than I have now, and I have put above average effort to do a proper review of this game, because yeah, Roland's Rat was something that happened, yeah, puberty had happened for me before Roland's Rat happened for the world. So, you know, even back then I probably wouldn't have bought it unless there was nothing else to buy that fortnight with my pocket money. That's it really. I mean, I can't add any extra for the Roland Rat aspect, but then I can't take any away either for it. So that was Roland Rat, and I'm just splicing stuff together because at the end of the day, it's easier for me, mate, and that's all that counts. So, I should point out the Dracula's Castle game I played was a 2017 version, which I downloaded because it's in English. However, the music might not be there in the original 1985 Hebdog CL release, so there is that. Okay, where the hell did I put Raid Over Moscow? I did download that shit. I'm sure I downloaded Raid Over Moscow. Maybe I stuck it in the US Gold directory. What bloody directory was I in back there? Right, these are not going to be in alphabetical order now, so... Where the hell did I put Raid Over Moscow? For fuck's sake. No, it's not in there. It's not in this directory. How weird. Yeah, I don't think I've done incentive. Oh, I have actually. Oh, look, there you go. Oh, I've only downloaded 3 games for it though. Mooncrest is a very early game. I don't want to play that one in this setting, thank you. I might actually get a memory of that. Nah, it's impossible to find stuff if you don't know where it is on this thing. There's just too many games on here, innit? No, well these are the right, I'm not doing Nightmare on Elm Street again. I cannot get that bastard to work unless you load a saved game, and that's too far into the game actually. So we've got Saint Dragon, Metro, oh, Shadow Dancer. Yes, I don't know if this is going to work now. I had to download 16 versions of this game. Bloody hell. Ah, for fuck's sake. Coffee just makes your throat so dry. Yeah, I had to download 16 versions of this game to find that one version that would work with True Drive emulation turned off on the emulator. 16 fucking versions. Anyway, that comes on 2 discs. And so that would work on a regular SD to IC, but not mine. Assuming this bit works before it asks you to change discs. And I'm not actually sure if it's going to work with mine, because mine hasn't got the buttons to swap the disc. I think it's an internal one. So I had to create a D71 disk image and stick the files from disk 1 and 2 onto one image. That usually works, but not always. No, I don't want to see the outro now. So yeah, all of them get this far, and then when you press fire to start the game, and at the moment there's no flashing lines. It's just a green light for the SD to IC has come on, and I think it's not going to work. I'm sure you get flashing lines on this loader. Now I did also include the disc 1 and 2 D64 images, but I don't think this is loaded. Nah, that is not loading. You can actually hear it. Oh, hang on, something happened there. So they've cut the SID volume to absolute 0 then, which is unusual. I don't know if that meant it was loading or not, actually. I don't think it takes this long though. You know what, I'll give up on Shadow Dancer if it's not going to work. How the fuck do I time these things? So this is 1991. It's a very late arcade game. Fucking green and turquoise. Hang on, I put fucking yes to all the trainers, mate. So your dog actually looks like a cat, but he's actually sort of like a white Alsatian kind of shaped dog. I don't know what you call him. It's not a husky though. Well, I suppose it could be. Things we've got unlimited shots, you just have to play it like this, which is not good. Wow, there's parallax going on, 3 levels there. Now the light green is a bit of a strange colour. The turquoise, I suppose they're limited there. They've used 2 shades of grey though. I'm sure that's light green. that thing. He doesn't actually jump. Ah, come on, man. Nah. Remember, this is the only version that works. Commodore, check driver and press space, right. Now sometimes that doesn't necessarily work because they physically check what is the, you know, the first file on the disk. You do notice that on some of them the first file on there is called side 2 and it's like a really small file. Destroy all the ninjas. Right, that's actually pretty good. I mean, I probably would have gone with yellow for the, you know, yellow and medium grey. Hey, what? For the walls, but the rest of that's alright actually. You failed. You failed, Mad Commodore. Of course I did. So the disk loading is not accelerated, and apart from the fact that there's no flashing lines or anything, so you're not sure it's loading, that's fine. That's obviously only an issue if you know that a, you know, a disk image may not work. 10 credits remaining, so I've got unlimited credits. So yeah, your cat does look like a dog, but this is the C64 at the end of the day. I don't know how you can stop them shooting you, actually. Maybe it's just like the arrows from Hunchback, you just have to jump over them, but you get put back to the start. So yeah, the graphics are a bit better on this level. They're not brilliant. Oh, crap, how are we going to do that? Why can't I hit him? Okay, so it's annoying that the trainer on this one doesn't actually, you know, give you invincibility, I suppose. Oh crap, whatever way you go you get fucked. So he's obviously there for a reason. Ah, bollocks, he's right there as soon as you come on the screen. I want to see a bit more of this level. Now even if you duck, you can't avoid them actually. I suppose the main character looks alright. Crap, I keep forgetting he's right there. As soon as you drop down, he appears on the screen. Oh no! I mean, if you're playing this game for real, these are real problems actually. You can't really blame the fact that the trainer doesn't have invincibility. I think we've got it. Right, okay. So I think we have to jump down here. Oh. That's not how you do it. Well, I went down there and I was shooting him and it wouldn't let me bloody shoot him. Level skip. Thank you. So it's an interesting game. Now, there must be some reason, apart from the fact that I'm shit at these kind of games, due to lack of effort. Or plus points for the loading screen because it doesn't cause a burning on the plasma. So this bit's the same for all of them. Ooh. Done a bit better that time though, ain't it? Now Aslan's having his 11s now. Yeah, so I mean 1991 with a C64. It could have been worse, because I bet the Amiga version is not brilliant either. And it scrolled up a tiny bit there. It's a bit weird. Okay, golden axe magic. Piss off, mate. So I got unlimited magic. Thank you. So do they take multiple hits, or they actually so bit like exploding fish, you can't hit them when they're blocking. Although you're naked out there, mate. Well, the dog didn't do nothing there, so it must be a cat that I've got. Always wanted a white cat. No, I'm not going to have any more cats. There's too many as it is. Space for you, mate. Hey. Alright, Aslan. Little dingly. Oh, you can piss off as well, mate. Eat. So there's no high-res overlays. So is it literally the levels are like too long to not use multicolour character mode? So that's annoying that you don't continue where you die. Yeah, I don't really think the graphics are going to change that much. So that's basically how it is. You got to get them when they're not blocking, so there's that. Yeah, quite a tough game actually. I think for you know, the C64, I think it's a mediocre conversion, slightly above average. So you know, in context, I suppose, although technically it's better than you know, Roland Rat, doesn't make it deserve a better score, because games should have been getting better anyway. Before Sean Southern worked out how to write Lotus Challenge for the ST and Amiga, there was, unless someone else as talented as him attempted it, there was no way to do that kind of 2.5D thing. Right? I just let them jump down, we enjoyed the clouds in it. Look how beautiful the clouds is. Not sure why they couldn't have done a blue background for the sky, light blue, because the background colour is freely chosen. And so are the two global multicolours, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, so games are supposed to be getting better. you know, you can't unlearn how to do high-res sprite overlays. Now this game seems to be using the same rubbish background graphics mode as Renegade 3. However, there's no sprite high-res overlays, so where's the memory game? Because he's still a multi-load. I mean, if you're going to have a multi-load anyway, they're just terrible colour choices. Now, as far as how it plays about as nice as fucking Golden Axe on the C64. That's how annoying it is to play. So that's what really brings the score down. Is he not going to come now? So I've decided to go over on that. The jumps are really fucking their bullet time. So there's that. Yeah, you have a bit of magic there, a bit of Paul Daniels for you, sir. You have to do pixel perfect jumps now, and the jumps are as annoying as fucking Dragon's Lair on the NES. That's how shit they are. I wasn't even sure I was going to make that jump. And whilst doing all that, the grey on fucking grey bullshit, there's no reason why all the, you know, the global multicolours should be fucking grey. No. It's not made of fucking cement down there. Bollocks. I don't like this anymore. So, if it played well, I don't know if the arcade game plays as badly as that. Maybe there's a slight issue with the 1 5-button business going on there. But at the end of the day, that's what I would have thought back in 91, along with my suicidal thoughts, because I was still stuck with a C64 in 91. That's a horrendous situation. I mean, if you're going to get a C64 in 91, you wouldn't buy that game anyway. You just buy loads of compilations, and budget re-releases are the best games. And there's probably people selling, you know, loads of games from their C64 they had for like half a decade. You know, in the local paper and shit like that. And Micromark magazine, thank you. Yeah, they're down the bottom. So, Metrocross is another one. I had to download quite a few copies before one would even work on Vice with a True Drive emulation turned off. So, I'm not even sure this is going to work because I haven't tried this on the SD to AC yet. And at least 3/4 of the time it does work, but you know, this might be that time where it's not the 3/4. It's to turn off the 1/4 where it's not going to work anyway, whatever you do. Yeah, Congo Bongo disc version is 1. Which is really annoying because I don't want to play it on the C64 full-size maxi microswitch joystick. Oh, fucking... I don't think I'll use that again. You know, there's not much you can actually really do with it. The keyboard is exactly the same as like my cheap shit Windows keyboard that came in my PC actually on the C64 full size. Right. Good old flash. I fucking miss the flashing borders. I must admit. I don't remember this happening. Guess we're not playing Metro Cross, which is really annoying now because I actually wanted to play Metro Cross. So it's the worst of both worlds now. I've seen it running, which I didn't want to do. I've seen it running on my PC on the emulator, and it won't work on the SD to IC. I cannot find a version that will work. That's bullshit. That is absolutely unacceptable situation. Come on, man. There we go. Right. That's a really weird one actually, because Metro Cross is a US Gold tape game. You know, why would it not work on the SD to IC? There's something funny going on. Definitely something funny. So, well, you know. So now I'm in the mood that, oh, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play that. I wanted to play Metro Cross. Which I suppose is in context. Although no, Metro Cross, I think that come out when I... did I have a car then? I can't remember what year that come out. I think it's late 80s, isn't it? It's a knockout. No, I'm not going to talk about It's a Knockout, the TV show. You'll have to go and look that up. I'm sure people have like covered that. Did used to watch it as a kid. I'm sure it's a 70s thing. Don't know if it carried on in the 80s. It must have if someone done a computer game based on it. But yeah, I'm not saying any more about that. Hurry up and load. No, I want to play Metro Cross, actually. Fuck off. I don't feel like playing this shit. Go on then, seeing as it looks like it's going to work anyway. The title screen is it's alright, even for 86. It's not brilliant. CPC version is better. And the loading screen on Kickstart by Mastertronic for £2 is better. Not that I have to justify any of this shit. If you get a bit too leery with your, you know, criticism, I'll just block you in it. Enter number of players 1. Pick country for player 1. Belgium, they were the funny ones, they were. They always seem to have a laugh. Let's hope we have a laugh playing this game. Italy has scored first. Alright. Oh, bloody hell, give me a break, you cocksucker. It's not as playable as Mario's fire. Why are you not catching anything? Do you have to press the fire button? He's not catching anything now. Like, he's literally just really shit fucking... Look at that. They're going right through the fucking plate. What is this? Fucking Star Trek? This was actually the other game that came with Planet of War, yeah, Planet of War, and Domain of the Undead. And it was called a different name, so I had to do a search on the screenshot to find it. So that's annoying. Just fucking get on with this shit. So you've got to press the fire button a million times to get to the same level. It's got shit fucking, collision detection. Worse than a fucking Nintendo Game & Watch fire game. Where's the progress, I ask you? Oh, you're on some sort of conveyor belt. So again, we've got horrendous fucking copy protection. No, not copy, but fucking collision detection. Graphics are shit. You know what? I wanted to play Metro Crossing. Fuck.